Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I was working on today's video, I received an email from one of our community members, and it seems that this person is within the railroad system or works for the railroad system, and this person forwarded me an email that was forwarded to the railroad union workers, and it talks about what's going on with the tentative strike. And it also looks to me like it's genuine. I actually got the email thread from the initial person that sent it out to everyone, and I did a little research on the name, which this person told me do not disclose any names, and I will not. All right, so if you send me something, you tell me don't disclose any names, I never will, and I never have. So it seems like this person that sent out this email is legit. Now take this for what it's worth. It just talks about what's going on and the precautionary methods that they're taking in order to ensure that there's no sensitive materials on the railways, automotive parts and stuff like that. I'm just going to go ahead and read the email for you. Take it with a grain of salt. I did a little bit of research on what's going on right now, and it seems like the strike is still tentative for this Friday. So it says here, I am writing today to give you an update on the status of negotiations with our labor unions and how we are preparing for the possibility of a strike. Our goal from the start has been to provide our craft railroaders with pay and benefits that keep them among the highest compensated workers in the nation. Although the recommendations of the president and his presidential emergency board significantly exceeds what the railroads had proposed, including the largest wage increase in the history of all rail labor negotiations. We agreed to use the PEB, i.e. the Presidential Emergency Board, as the basis for new contracts. We have reached or are finalizing tentative agreements with 10 of the 12 unions involved in negotiations. From this part here, what I get is that the PEB is actually recommending even more than what the unions were asking for, and that 10 of the 12 unions have agreed with what the PEB is recommending. They continue to say here, unfortunately, because we have not yet reached an agreement with all the remaining unions, there is the potential for a strike as early as 12:01 a.m. on September 16th, which is this Friday, the day after tomorrow, when the final scheduling cooling off period expires. We asked the two holdout unions for a commitment not to strike so we could continue normal operations, but they have declined. As a result, we must take steps to ensure we can shut down operations safely if a strike occurs and be positioned to restart quickly when operations resume. Most importantly, we must ensure that no hazardous materials or freight that requires special security is left on an unattended train out on the network in the event of a sudden strike. To prevent this, we must begin using embargoes for certain types of shipments beginning today, meaning on the 9th, which includes rail security sensitive material, RSSM, and certain time sensitive shipments outlined in the embargo. Additionally, consumers in certain markets, including bulk unit trains, intermodal, and automotive, will see a curtailment of services up to 72 hours before the end of the cooling off period to prevent a safe and orderly stoppage should there be a strike. An embargo with specific information for intermodal and automotive customers is scheduled to be issued on September 11th. We will communicate with all affected customers quickly and transparently about their shipments. This does not mean a work stoppage is certain. We want a prompt resolution that allows us to continue serving customers and prevents disruptions to an already fragile U.S. supply chain. We have asked the holdout unions to come to the table and finalize an agreement based on the recommendations of the PEB, and we will continue to seek a voluntary agreement. If the position of the unions changes and threat of a strike is retracted, we will seek to resume normal operations as quickly as practical. Many of our customers have asked how they can help prevent a service disruption. One option is to contact your congressional delegation and ask them to encourage the remaining labor unions to reach voluntary agreements based on the recommendations of the PEB. These recommendations represent a fair and generous outcome for labor and would avoid a shutdown of rail services. And then they finish off by saying, please know the top priority of our entire organization is to restore service to the level you expect and to secure labor agreements that compensate our people well and keep your businesses moving. Please contact your marketing representatives if you have questions about how this situation affects your business or if there are actions that we can take to assist you. And looking at this article here, which was published today, it says that U.S. railroad workers prepare for strike as rail companies see record profits. Now, the amount, their salary increase that is being proposed is such a high amount that I can't believe that they're just striking for more financial benefits, for a bigger salary, because the last time that I covered this, they were asking for 24% increase in their salaries, which is incredible. But here it says that U.S. freight railroad workers are close to striking over claims that grueling schedules and poor working conditions have been driving employees out of the industry over the past several years. And it says heated negotiations over a new union contract between railroad corporations and about 150,000 members, strong labor unions, have been ongoing for nearly 3 years. This is 3 years going on now, ladies and gentlemen. I had no idea about this. But it seems that, look at this, it says people over profits. It looks like they're striking more so over the working conditions that they have to endure than what they are making as far as a salary or a wage goes. So that's just a quick update. I thought that I'd go ahead and share this with you all, since I did get that email from what I would consider an insider to what's going on here with the union and the railroad strike that's tentative as of this Friday. And as you heard, ladies and gentlemen, during the email that I was reading, it says that they are going to stop shipping sensitive items, that pretty much can't be left alone, or things that are hazardous, starting yesterday. So 72 hours before the strike date, which is the 16th of September, the day after tomorrow. So depending on where this goes, just, like I said before, what happens, happens. Are you prepared? Just prepare for the things that you need, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been preparing, this shouldn't affect you at all, even if it lasts a month or so. I personally don't think it's going to last that long, but we'll have to see. It's just my opinion. As you can see, this is a short video, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be dropping my next video here within the next hour or so. So hope you have a great day, and we will see you very soon.
Nutrient Survival isn't just survival food. It's special ops grade. Built to the nutritional standards of the U.S. Special Ops and packed with 40 essential nutrients. Formulated to sustain energy, sharpen focus, and keep you and your family thriving during any emergency. Real food, real ingredients.